NYC Marketplace is coming up next. More and more doctors are making the switch to a subscription-based approach for primary care.
They want to do it for the right reasons, which is, hey, I want to just get back to taking care of patients. And on the other side, they're going to be taking care of a lot less patients. And doesn't that mean that more patients aren't going to have doctors?
We'll have that story next on Marketplace on WNYC. We'll be back with All Things Considered at 7. 35 degrees right now. We're going to see temperatures in the low 20s overnight. You're listening to WNYC on a Friday at 6:30.
Support for WNYC comes from the International Center of Photography, presenting 3 exhibitions: Ojen Adje, The Making of a Reputation, Latitudes, and Hard Copy New York. ICP is located at 84 Ludlow Street. More at icp.org.
If you believe democracy requires a free press, your station is WNYC, 93.9 FM and AM 820, NPR News and the New York Conversation.
Marketplace is supported by Palo Alto Networks. Palo Alto Networks delivers what's next in cybersecurity innovation to protect today's digital way of life. Learn more at paloaltonetworks.com.
An encouraging inflation report to end the week, plus the rise of concierge medicine, and AI comes to your weather forecast. From American Public Media, this is Marketplace.
Marketplace is supported by NinjaOne, the NinjaOne unified IT operations platform used by 35,000 customers in over 140 countries, with solutions to support IT resilience and operational efficiency. Unify IT, simplify work, ninjaone.com. And by Condor Airlines, offering nonstop service to Frankfurt, Germany from 8 U.S. gateways with connections to European destinations like Venice, Barcelona, Budapest, and more. Learn more at condor.com. Condor Airlines. Welcome aboard. And by Yubico, makers of the YubiKey. Designed to stop phishing and AI-powered cyber attacks, the YubiKey protects the business applications that companies rely on every day. YubiKey, powerful protection, instant access. More at yubico.com.
In Denver, I'm Amy Scott in for Kai Rizdal. It's Friday, February 13th. Good to have you with us. It's been about 5 years now that we've been living with inflation higher than the Fed's target of 2% annually, but we're getting closer to that target. Today's delayed consumer price index report from the Labor Department shows prices rose just 2.4% on an annual basis in January, down from 2.7% the previous month and way down from the peak of more than 9% in 2022. But as usual, the devil is in the details. And here to dive in with us are Catherine Rampell at The Bulwark and MS Now, and also Greg Ip at The Wall Street Journal. Hi, you two.
Hey, Amy.
Hello.
All right, Greg, let's start with your takeaways from that inflation report. Good news?
Well, yeah, I'd say that it is a good report. The inflation rate of 2.4%, certainly a lot lower, as you were saying, than it was a few years ago. And economists like to take out the energy and food portions, not because they don't actually think those are important, but because they're very volatile. Right. And if you do that, you come up with an inflation rate of only around 2.5%, which is the lowest for that number since 2021, just after the pandemic. But as you said, the devil is in the details. If you look below the surface, you do still see some signs of tariff inflation in things like appliances and other imported goods. And also, this may come as a surprise to some people, but there's actually several different ways to measure inflation. And the Federal Reserve has its own preferred inflation gauge. And when you actually see how today's report affects that alternative gauge, it suggests inflation might actually be still stuck at around 3%, which is too high for the Fed, which prefers an inflation rate of 2%.
Catherine, what about you? What are you seeing in this report? What stood out to you?
A lot of the same highlights that Greg just mentioned. So, good news that so-called core inflation